Okay, so Manchester United legend Gary Neville came out recently to say that Tottenham Hotspur have a better squad compared to Manchester United, and that only Bruno Fernandes can start in a combined Man United Tottenham first 11. Do you agree with that?
No,
Why?
no. I think we have some really good players in Manchester United. I think Masvidal is really good. I think Lenny Euro, Harry Maguire. Lisandro Martinez is obviously injured, but I think we have a few really good centre backs. I think Diogo Dalot is also a really good player. In attack, obviously, we have Ahmad, but I don't think Ahmad starts over Kulusevski. Højlund, obviously not.
Not over Solanke.
I think on the other side, they have Son. I think Garnacho has been better than Son this season.
This season, yes. Son
hasn't been really good, and obviously Bruno Fernandes. So I don't necessarily agree. A better squad? No, I don't think so. Obviously, one team is 16, one team is 17th. Maybe the team in 16th is better than the team in 17th. But we played Tottenham, I think, three times this season, every single time. So I think they are probably on the same level. A lot of the times there's been fine margins. You go back to the Carabao Cup game where they scored directly from a corner, a lot of defensive mistakes. They made a lot of defensive mistakes. The second match in the Premier League where it was 1-0 and Man United missed a lot of chances. The first match in the season, obviously, when Erik ten Hag was still in charge, I think that was the only time Tottenham were really in really good form that time, and Man United were really bad as at that period. I think now it's fairly balanced. I don't think anything is clearly better than the other one.
Yeah, but this is an European final for the 6th time in history. 2 English clubs will go head-to-head in an European final. Tottenham Hotspur, the last time they won a major trophy was 2008. That's 17 years ago. Do you think they can end their 17-year trophy drought this season, tomorrow?
From a logical perspective, obviously, yes, because they've beaten Man United 3 times this season. So they've proven that they can hurt Man United. So yes, they can end their trophy drought. I hope they don't, because I'm a Man United fan, but they can.
So what are your expectations going into that game?
What are my expectations? I think it's going to be fiercely contested. But I don't think the game is going to have a lot of quality. I don't think both teams have been good enough this season.
But both teams have been very decent in Europa League. United unbeaten all season.
I think I'm a Man United fan, and I will be honest. We have played some really good teams in Europa, and we've showed a lot of mentality, a lot of character, a lot of fights. But tactically, I think we've been outdone by teams a few times that we've had to recover or to come from behind due to unique circumstances, a few red cards, a few penalties, and things like that. So obviously we've done well in the Europa League, but not quite there. I think even Tottenham as well, they have performed fairly well in the Europa League, but you have seen that in the Premier League they've not been good enough. They struggle against teams that are stronger than them, more physically adept than them, and because their system is very attacking, very positive, it does tend to leave gaps at the back, which is something I think Man United can exploit.
Now finally, can Europa League trophy salvage United for season?
No, it can't. I think Man United is a club that has to have
with that caliber,
a lot of standards, and no matter what trophy you win, and I know we've won trophies in the past few years, but no matter what trophy you win, 16th on the log is too bad. I remember last season I was saying, wow, we've never finished outside the European places since I've been for a really long time.
Finished 8th last season.
I think even under Ralph Ragnick, as bad as it was, we finished 6th. And last season was the first time we finished 8th. And we won the FA Cup, and it wasn't still a good season from any perspective, really.
So winning the Europa
League and qualify Champions League doesn't change the fact that we are 16th in the Premier League, likely to finish with 39 points after 38 games, which is relegation form, to be honest. So not good enough, no.
All right. So what's your scoreline tomorrow?
Scoreline tomorrow, 3-1 United.
All right.